Okay, let's add some lava. I'm going to start by adding an Area 3D node, because I don't need to collide with lava or push it around. I just need to check that I've intersected with it. Then I'm going to call my Area 3D node lava. And just like I do with everything else, we're going to add a mesh instance, and we're going to add a collision shape. And I'm just going to set both of those to boxes. So my collision shape will be a box. Let's make it, say, 5 by 5 meters of lava. And my mesh instance is also going to be a box of 5 by 5 meters, just a big block of lava. Then I'm going to group everything together. And just for testing, I'm going to move it somewhere easy to run into so I can check that all my collisions and things are working in this block of lava. So we'll just leave it there for now. Now I'm going to set a material on this lava. I clicked on my mesh. I'm going to add a new material. We're going to set the albedo color to some nice orangey color. Nice deep orange there. And then the new thing we're going to do to this material to make it really feel like lava is we're going to add emission to it, which is basically another color, and it's going to be the color that this material glows with. So we can actually make this material glow a bit by choosing an emission color, make it kind of a reddy orange. And then as I drag up this energy multiplier, it will control how much glow there is on my material. Make that there somewhere. Got some nice glowing lava. Now we're ready to play the game. And because it's not any kind of physics body, I can run into the lava and you can see me sort of submerged in the lava, which is quite neat. Now I just need to check if I've intersected with this lava, and I'm going to do that by adding a signal. So to add the signal, I need to add a script to my lava. Save it as lava.gd. And then, making sure I've got lava selected, I'm going to go to the Signals tab and add the body entered signal to check somebody's entered my lava, and make sure that that gets added to the lava script I just created. I won't be needing these functions in my lava script. I only need the body entered function. And just like we did with coins, I'm going to double check that the body that's just entered my lava is indeed my character body 3D and not the ball or some other object. And if it is, for now, just as a basic first step, we're going to restart the entire scene just like we did when you fall off the edge. We're going to call deferred to change scene to file. And the scene I'm changing to is my main scene, main.tscn. So that there is the script to just restart anytime I touch lava. And it should work. It doesn't feel particularly nice, but every time I touch the lava, the game is restarting. Now what would feel a lot nicer is if I didn't just have this insta-death magic. Everything gets restarted every time I touch the lava. I kind of want it that I can hang around in the lava for a second or so, and then I lose all my health, and once my health is gone, then I have to restart. So to do that, our player's going to need some health. I'm going to go to my player script now and add a couple of new variables. First one is my health. So at the start of the game, I might have, say, 100 health. And the other one is whether or not I am touching lava. So this one's going to be a boolean, a true or false variable. I'm going to call it burning. So at the start of the game, I'm not touching lava, so I'm not burning. And when I start burning, that's when I'm going to start subtracting all my health. The other thing I'm going to add up here, just while we're up the top of the script, I'm going to add a constant, which is how much health I want to subtract each second. I'm going to call it burn damage per second. And I don't know about you, but I can't survive in lava very long, so I'm going to subtract quite a lot of health per second. you don't really want to be in the lava for more than a couple of seconds. So I'm going to subtract half of my health per second. Then the place where all this code is going to happen is going to be down in the process script. We haven't got just process, but we've got physics process, and it's got a delta, it's got everything we need, so we're just going to chuck this code into physics process. I want to subtract some health, but I only want to do it if I've already touched lava and I've changed that burning variable to true. So I'm going to write if burning. That means this block of code will only happen once I've started burning, started touching the lava. Then I'm going to take my health variable and subtract delta. That's the amount of time that's passed, times by my constant, that burn damage per second. So that means after 2 seconds I'll have lost all my health. But if I don't stay under lava for 2 seconds, then I should only lose part of my health. We do want to do something once all my health is gone, so I'm going to have another block. If health ever drops below 0 or equals 0, less than or equal to 0, then I'm going to reset my scene. Let's just grab that line from my lava script. No point typing it again. I'm going to reset my scene if I run out of health. So that's the code there for losing health every frame. Just kind of keep losing health so long as I'm burning, and once I run out I'm going to restart the game. Now I need to go back to the lava script, and instead of just restarting it when I touch everything, I'm going to get the body that collided with my lava and say burning equals true. And that works because the only character body in my game is my player, so I know my player's got a burning variable, so I'll be able to set body.burning on the player. So I start off, burning is false. Once I touch the lava, burning is going to turn into true, and then all of this will start happening. I'll start slowly losing some damage. And now we should have a game where I can walk into the lava, and 2 seconds later I'll have lost all my health, and the game restarts. There is a slight problem at the moment. If I walk into the lava and then walk back out, I actually continue burning. I mean, maybe you want this, but you probably don't. So we also need to add another signal to check we've left the lava. You might see that here in the signals panel. There's a body entered signal, but there's also a body exited signal. So we're going to add one of those. I'm going to click on body exited and add that to my lava script as well. Click connect. And just like with the body entered, if this is a character body that's just exited the lava, I'm going to set body.burning back to being false. So now I'm only burning when I'm actively in the lava, and if I ever leave the lava, I should stop burning. Of course, it's a bit hard to actually tell how much health I've lost so far, so I'm going to add a health label as well. We've got a label for the score already. It's up in the top corner. It's actually over here in the 2D scene. There's my score label, and it's in a canvas layer, which is why it's on this 2D scene. I'm going to add another layer now, another label. Click on canvas layer, add my health label. You've added a health label before. I'm going to click label. I'm going to name it health label. And it's going to start with the text health 100. Probably want to make that a bit bigger to match my score text, so I'm going to add a label settings where I can play with the font. Just double the size of that font there, make it 32 pixels. And let's make it red colour for my health. Down we go to red health. Let's move that so it's not on top of the score variable. So that should pop up in the corner of my game, health 100, doesn't look too bad. And I'll be able to edit it in the player script every time my health changes. So I'm going to click on the player script, and every time I change my health, I'm going to change the health label. To do that, I'm going to need a reference to the health label. So let's drag health label into my script. hold down Control. And because this one's not inside the player, it's gone up a level to get to it. And I still don't really like it when we go up a level into other things in the tree, because it means we can't move the player around later. So I'm going to get to this one from root, /root/main. That just means I can move the player around later if I ever want to. So now that we've got a reference to the health label, I can write health label.text equals health plus my health variable turned into a string. Just like that. And now as my health updates, the health label should be updating as well. Ooh! That is a bit awkward. It's working nicely, but we've got heaps of decimal places, and we probably don't want any decimal places. So there is a round function in Godot, but it's got a bit of a weird name. It's called snapped. I'm going to snap my health to 1 decimal place. Well, sorry, not 1 decimal place, to the nearest 1. That's what that number's doing there. So now I should have whole numbers there in my health. That's looking nicer. And you can see every time I enter the lava, I'm losing some health pretty quickly. And if I lose all my health, then we reset. Losing all my health. Oh, I've finished on 1. And then we reset completely. That's my lava.